Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master today. Whether it's this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever this finds you, whenever this finds you. Today, we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, now in its third year, playing Jeff Talanian's incredible backwards Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. Once again, I have forgotten to reverse my camera, so for those viewing at home, my apologies that it is backwards. But with 48 sessions behind us and about to launch into session 49 here, I imagine this is not the first time to the Hyperborean Rodeo. So, with me tonight are today are the stars of the Reavers of Thule campaign. I'll go the order I've got everyone on the screen here. Why don't you guys tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what level are you currently? First up, we have Robert.
Yeah, Robert Gamble. I'm playing Reagan, a Kelp Viking Runegraver, and she's about 7,000 from level 6, so she's level 5.
Very nice. Next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen. I'm playing Xanico, who is a cleric of the Great Feathered Serpent who guarantees the world. He's making some converts with his healing because everybody loves the cleric. And at the same time, he is all out of healing spells for today, so things are going to get interesting.
Nice. The thing you like me for, I'm out of that now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're the kid with a great big pool when it's wintertime.
Exactly.
So, next up is George.
Hey, I'm George. I'm playing Milo Black, who is a 6th level Chimeric Celt Warlock, and I'm about 48,000 experience points away from 7th level.
Very
It'll
nice.
be a while.
Say 48,000?
Yeah.
Whew. Life is tough as a warlock.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Nice. Next
Okay,
up
buddy, you have to go.
is
No.
Colin, a.k.a. Spoik Pit.
Arlen.
Hello,
Go in there.
I'm playing
you go,
Kane the Lion.
Oh,
Boy.
He's
one
a
second, I'm just going to
Mary
mute
Celt fighter.
George.
And
Am I not muted?
No.
Georgie, you're not as muted as you think you
Something's
are.
wrong with my Google Hangouts again.
Freaking mute.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, has it decided it's picking up audio from something else now?
No, it looks like George.
George is muted now.
Yeah, I think George muted his mic like he does and not in the meet, and then it picks up the other microphone because it's like, oh, your mic isn't working now.
You must want to be heard. No worries. Okay, so sorry, Colin. Go ahead.
what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I'm Kane the Lion, Chimeric Celt. I can never remember if it's a fighter or a warrior in this game.
Fighter.
And because it is a fighter, yeah. It's one of them things when you're not sure, you just become super conscious of it, and then you've got no chance of ever remembering.
Yeah. So what you do what I do, just proactively apologize for being wrong, and then just be say whatever you think it is.
Yeah. So, and somehow we ended up at the bottom of this tower when we were supposed to be going to the top to mash this guy. So we need to sort that out.
Nice. Next up is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Amar Khalsa Singh. He's a 6th level Sikh monk from 18th century Earth, and I'm about 32,000 XP away from 7th level. So maybe this time
Only.
next year.
Very nice. You guys better find a giant pile of loot next. Last, but certainly not least, is our resident armor smith, Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. I'm playing Gwenrick Jen's daughter. She is a Viking-inspired human fighter of the 4th level. She's only got about 4,500 experience to get to the next level. And she's based on a character from my 2nd level.
Very nice. All right, guys. So, the last couple sessions, I guess one I slept through, and then, we had half sessions, didn't we? The 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we've seen.
He showed up eventually.
Yeah. Last time I know it's casting our memories back all the way into last year, but what happened last time?
Well, we talked about Will's BattleTech collection.
We did. We talked a lot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked BattleTech and war games, and then our dungeon user woke up, and we got into the game, and we talked a little bit of Atlantean aesthetics for a little
Yeah.
while.
History of days gone by.
Yeah, the particulars of their iconography. That
right, there was that-
our characters are all such Philistines. We don't have art history degrees to know exactly what it means, but that's okay because we're more of the smash things up types anyway. And then we decided to smash things up, and so we went to the sort of boiler room thing. And Kane started smashing on one thing, and there's this door that we haven't gone through yet, and we're thinking we might have to smash down that door and smash whatever's inside too.
I think we ended with you looking inside that panel. That's where you saw that sign that said we'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah,
That sign.
all right.
Yes.
It's everywhere. So then, guys, what do you wish to do now? So we're looking at Malo is pretty banged up.
Actually, I think we ended with Gwen throwing a chair, and the chair was thrown so far it was going to land in 2 weeks.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Where'd she throw it? At the door?
At the door.
Okay, so
if there's
the door, Malo and Reagan seem to have, their minds have drifted. It's almost as if they've been, away for a month. As the chair hits up against the door and then clatters to the ground, the chair itself is made of some unusual material. One of those, not wood, not metal, not sure what it is, but it's certainly sturdy enough for Gwen's, mighty throw, or for it to withstand it hitting up against that metal or whatever it is, door. And Malo and Reagan kind of like, whoa, turn around. You're startled back from whatever reverie you had escaped to. So what are you guys going to do then?
You guys want to continue to that door?
George, I feel-
know that Danico's.
I feel seen by your
Danico's-
shirt, George.
Yeah. This is like the little Christmas present.
Someone recently
Nice.
Someone recently commented on a video about how, like, why does Kev laugh like that when they roll critical failures on their travel checks? As a person who's never sat behind a DM screen, man. Oh, my.
Yeah.
All right, so. Sorry, I interrupted.
So obviously, Zanico is out of healing. Malo, in the previous session before the last one, took quite a lot of damage. So he's willing to go with the group consensus and probably stay in the middle of the party for the moment.
Yeah. Well, he was employing the Dorman style of trap revelation.
Right.
Right? So.
Yeah. I found them, though. I found them all.
You did find them.
Didn't we end up throwing a chair at this because we detected something dodgy on this door that we're currently assaulting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think I've actually hit that panel with anything yet because we discussed the fact that if I use that hammer that blows things up, I would be left in a fairly forlorn state after.
Yeah, it diminishes you. And I think that, if I recall, I think here, that you did actually hit something there and saw there was stuff inside. It's the apparatus of pipes and shit like that. It's the thing that you were thinking of using that massive, thing on.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a fuse box or something, or some sort of relays and stuff. As
you guys have been traveling around this now darkened lower level, you guys have been hearing the continual echoing laughter of Firkus Shud.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you thinking, guys? There was some talk about selling one of you to Cavaventian.
So maybe we should roll randomly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not it.
When do we start doing that?
I vote for Kev.
So just to be clear, you came in from this door up here in the northeast. And so this is the
yeah.
door that Gwen was throwing the chair at down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And was that the only way to go? Were there other options that you passed by on the way here, or were you basically this or return journey?
Well, I think Gwen was getting at this door just for the sake of thoroughness, really, whilst I was considering smashing up more things like this control panel. So depending on how we get on with the door, I think that'll swing the decision one way or the other. You know, if that turns out to be a broom cupboard, it's going to be smashing, and we'll be having a smashing time.
Okay.
Ba-dum-bum.
That sounds good.
Kane took proficiency in double entendres.
I can't believe I just got a hammer in the other game I was playing last night as well. But that DM, John Large, just trumped you there, Kev, because I can throw that hammer and it comes back to me.
Oh, John is such a softie. That's not true. John runs a pretty brutal game, too.
Yeah, he's pretty brutal.
Yeah. So
I guess while that's happening... Oh, sorry, Jacon, go ahead.
That's why I was just saying we lost a few characters.
Before I forget to say hi to John for me, too.
I will, yeah, man.
Yeah, nice.
I think while Gwen is checking out the door, I will, since I'm now here, just look at the control panel, see if I can read anything since I speak Atlantean or read Atlantean.
I think we did give a... you guys did do a sort of rehashing of the different levels through that handout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually wrote them all down, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At least the rooms. Was it 9 of them?
Yes.
Yeah, there was some correlation, weren't there, between... And we were talking about the monsters that we'd encountered, hadn't we? We were talking about the different rooms and then all the stuff that we'd encountered, and there was a correlation between, wasn't there?
Because there were some caged... in one of the rooms you found thus far, there was Cavaventian.
Yeah.
You know... Really, you know, it's an illustration from a Paizo product originally, but they should really sell plushies of that. I mean, like that would just fly off the
That'd fly off the shelves, yeah.
That's right.
You also found this.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, apart from the other things that you found in the entire structure, these, I believe, are the only 2 living, or at least confirmed living, things that you guys have come upon, right? And
living.
Yeah.
These air quotes with that.
Yeah.
Other than that, and obviously other than Shoot himself.
Yeah. Let's take a look at our Smiler again, too. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are you thinking, guys? Oh, so you're looking at the
control panel.
Yeah.
Marlowe. Yeah.
What you see on there is writing, Atlantean writing on the door, Marlowe, and what it says is Lab 0.
Mnemotechnic recovery.
Correct.
Is that? Okay. I don't know what this means, but this is what it says. I'll just relay that to the group. But it is some kind of lab of some kind, and these other places that were called labs had creatures like this or other dangerous things in them. Some of them had no air. Some of them, so they could be dangerous. Whatever's beyond this door, perhaps not, but it's possible.
So the other thing that is important, I guess one thing you can tell, there are symbols mixed in with the technological apparatus, like the bizarre Atlantean technology that set before you. Some of that stuff you recognize the the words that are on there because you speak the language, but you don't understand the context or what it does or how it all sort of fits together. But what is clear is that some of the symbols that are in here and some of the things that are incorporated into the apparatus that you see before you are most definitely arcane.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. There seems to, in particular, there seems to be references to fire.
I will, just for the heck of it, I will use my sense magic.
Okay.
Cantrip to see if I am confirm that there might be arcane magic within this.
Yeah, there is. Within the entire apparatus, there is a very confused aura.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like it's unlike anything that you've seen, no doubt, because of the way that it's warped by the Atlantean technology.
Okay, so I'm gonna relay that to the group. This clearly has some kind of arcane magic associated with it, but I can't understand what it is. It is somehow affected by the Atlantean construction. I don't have a better word for it, but what I mean to say is technology, but doesn't know that word. So, so somehow this, they were dabbling in not just this strange kind of alien magic of machines, but also magic as we know it.
What do you think would happen, Marlo, if we try and make it work?
I'm theorizing that this may.
Oh, it's
somehow...
most definitely on. This it's functioning right now.
I think it's connected to the tower that where the smoke is rising. Whatever is creating that smoke is somehow tied to this series of controls.
Is there anything? Do these controls look like something that would obviously be manipulated? I don't want to rock up to this and assume that Kane would recognize buttons and switches and things. Is there stuff that looks like?
Yeah, I think
intuitively you would do something with it.
I'm trying to think of what other Atlantean tech you guys have come across. That would be a frame of reference.
I mean, in general, Kevin,
you've known the strange gateway that led you through here. That had, there was some kind of apparatus. You may be thinking of it in terms of like a Ouija board or something like that, but there's some apparatus that you operated, and then it then triggered an effect. I think at the least you may understand that that's the same type of thing, that there's some, whether your character... the thing is, I'll leave it to you guys to decide for your characters yourself, but like the way that sometimes primitive peoples are described, or like primitive, quote-unquote, people are described as interfacing with technology, seems like to assume that they're morons that can't draw inferences from things. And I feel like once you sort of contextualize it as, oh, this is a thing I do X, Y, Z, and then we, if primitive people could recognize like what seeds are the ones that you can bury and, can recognize what time of year and how to crop rotate and shit like that, I'm pretty sure they may be able to figure out something as simple as like throw a switch, something happens.
Yeah.
I think in that case, Kane will go over to it and he's going to start sliding his hands over it and
sure,
maybe sort of like you might appreciate the craftsmanship on something or the finish on something, just like, because he's a Fletcher and a Bower and stuff, so he works with his hands. So maybe he's just going to try and see what he can discover from just.
There's most definitely there's an order to the layout of this for sure. Like there's certain things that have. Are you hitting any of the buttons, or are you just putting your hand like kind of hovering?
I think I'm going to slide my hands over it, and if something like moves or
I'm stepping back.
Or
he's trying to shut off the containment for the demon. That's what he's trying to do. We know it.
Yeah.
He already made a deal.
Reagan's got her staff of curing over him. In case he does anything crazy.
Everybody's moved away.
Wrap him with it.
Oh, that is
So that's alcohol.
yeah. And, you know, for people who say that dungeon crawls can be tedious, I agree. But I like there's certainly ways to keep it interesting. Make players fear touching or doing anything. So,
Like that one
How long
session we
did that
spent
keep them in
45
the
minutes
same
waiting for the door.
so what was that, guys?
I was just saying, how long do you keep us in the same room? That's the game, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So, Kane, you're moving your hands over, and you're kind of touching some things. And let's see here. Oh, actually, why am I rolling? This will be more fun. Kane, would you kindly give us a D20 roll?
Yep.
Gwen raises her shield up, kind of, in front of Xanac a little bit.
An 18.
So there's a sound of and lights start going up on one part of the apparatus.
I'll like nudge Marlo and point at the light sort of thing. What does it say? What's it doing? What's it doing, Marlo?
See if I can-
What's it doing?
Other than what you can also see, I'm not entirely sure.
So
It's like that's not a language.
there are lights that are sort of going up, and it's tough for what you can, it's tough to put the context in for the Atlantean word that you're using, but you'd think it is, it's either containment or pressure. And the lights seem to be like it's like a road that seems to be, going up and down.
It seems like what you're doing is manipulating the amount of power that is fueling that light source.
Perhaps I should press another one. It
I'll
seems
take
a
a
shame
step
to
back.
smash it up when it's doing all this interesting stuff.
What isn't everybody else? While Kane and Malo are focused on that, everyone else give me a D6 roll, please.
Oh boy.
Okay. Reagan, and I think this fits with, actually, it fits with your character being the one. You've been keeping an eye on that vent near the top, and you can hear the sound of something's banging around the vents. And something seems to be getting closer, and it's not the mocking laughter. It sounds like a rolling, like almost a storm coming in.
Oh, he's annoyed. I'm playing with his toys.
So Reagan is the only one who hears this over the because it's very loud in here still too. And the vent is right around. Let me get my little pointer. Right around there.
Okay. Reagan immediately
There we go.
says something's coming, loud enough that it even gets through, hopefully, Kane, and through that vent. And she, I'm trying to remember, Kev, so they didn't go through an extra day, last session, right? It's still all the same day?
Mm-hmm. You guys have rested only once, and you've made use of all your healing resources since. You guys need to try and find a safe place to rest a second time.
Okay, yeah, because I was curious about her enlargement. Yeah, she used that too. Okay, so, yep, yeah. So she just says something's coming through the vent right there. And
Right by Gwen? Or right by here?
basically, right over your head, Gwen.
And you guys can start to hear it now too. It's in spite of the sound of the banging and the throbbing machines,
I want to press some more buttons.
Go ahead and give us a D20 roll again.
Definitely a 3-year-old.
Oh,
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
press another one.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing? Kane is sort of like slamming buttons left and right here.
Reagan has her bow out and trained on an arrow trained on the opening.
Okay.
Hoping that is something that can actually be affected by an arrow.
I'm drawing the sword, my scimitar. Shing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got my pistol.
Are you guys fighting here then?
No, we're just preparing.
Pressing buttons.
Somebody might hit Kane.
Reagan shoots Kane.
So,
Somebody bonk him on the head.
how did things go last time you faced Shude directly?
Shoot.
Okay, when Carl was here. It wasn't too bad when Carl was here.
Reason I ask is if it comes, you know, it does sound like he's coming.
Yeah. Kane, one more button, then we go through the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gwen
I
points
was
to the
having so much fun.
that door. That,
All right, I'll press one more button and then we'll go.
Okay, so then the sound is that. Okay, you hit another sound, and then now all that bar that was going up and down is a solid color, and there's a bit of like rumbling in the pipes, and with that, let's roll some initiative, guys.
We're closed.
Okay.
Gwen was already heading for the door. She's like, "Come on, guys." Let's go.
Yeah. All right, so one nice thing with these the dice with the pips on it, my camera being backwards means nothing. So,
There you go.
all right, let's see here. New year, new order of initiative. Let's start with left to right. So, Robert, first up, let's have everyone declare what they're doing with their round, because that's what we do in this game. If you think that I was going to just roll dice with you thinking in your head what you were doing, you guys would be thinking probably correctly.
Just checking something again.
I picture that as your dialogue. Move!
Yeah.
Marines,
Oh, I better move or I'll lose my allowance and be grounded.
Well, I gotta find a token here too.
That's
Okay. Alrighty. So everyone's declared. Then let me roll my dice here. Okay, Robert, would you kindly beat my 4?
sure. Yes.
Nice. Very nice. All right, guys.
Way.
So let me put my token down here. Here we go. Let me adjust one thing here. Hooba chuba.
Let's see. He's my speed going up.
All right. Then, first up, we have... Oh, look at that. Everyone's moving. What a surprise. So you guys get a chance to move first. Go ahead and move your characters for your first phase 1 of this first round 1.
Great. 30. Okay.
Like Amar will be the speediest, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Shyman says, glad to see you all made it back from 2020. As they say, one does not simply walk out of 2020.
That's good.
Wait. You know what? I only can move half my move, right?
Correct, yep.
Yeah, you move half your movement value.
So you guys are starting to pour out. All right, and then Amar is keeping the rear. You can see, I've got him. You can see just a little bit of it. That billowing, furious, oily, gray smoke is beginning to form and make its way through the vents. Next is you guys again. Go ahead and make your move. I'm just going to check and see what nasty spell I can use. Oh boy, that'd be pretty nice. Could you guys do me a favor and stay clustered in a group of about 20 feet, give or take?
Let's see what we can do here.
Okay.
So how's that? Is that good?
Now we all
Ideal.
slam the door on Amar.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, Amar, you remember one of his tricks is to put up the force field around the doors?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to... Can you move enough to get to this square?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Anybody else not use their full move?
I wonder what happens if somebody's in.
I probably haven't.
If I use my full move.
Oh
Actually,
boy.
I could have gone. No, wait, sorry. Where was I?
I think I could get
I
to
was
there.
here.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know. It's going to be kind of a snooker champion to try and get a little bead of fiery energy into that hallway. So, you can see just at the edge of vision, he's billowed out, and you can see that face, and he's gesturing with his spectral hands, but nothing is being cast this round. Guys, round 2. Robert, you're still in charge of initiative, so everyone declare what you're doing with your round, and then we'll see what happens.
I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it.
Move it.
Run away.
Run away. Run away.
Alrighty.
This thing can't open doors, right?
Okay. So then it is... he is up first. And he is drifting currently about 15 feet above the air.
Oh, he's doing melee? That's so crazy. Why would he do melee in this round? Oh.
Yeah. Drifts over to here. Yeah. And you can see that there are arcane symbols forming around his hands. You guys get to make for your move for your first phase.
Didn't we need to roll initiative, Kev?
Close the
Oh, yeah,
door.
yeah. Here.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
you
I
guys
can't
are...
talk.
I rolled a 6. Go ahead and...
Oh, I
Yeah.
assume he has amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
6, nice.
Oh,
So you guys have a higher dex than him, so you guys are moving first.
okay.
nice.
Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slam the door. Gwen, did you move yet? There you go. Dave,
Okay.
did you move already?
Gwen already moved. Yeah.
Okay,
She's in heavy armor.
Yeah.
got it.
Okay. You got this, Amar.
Slam the door.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh,
I
boy.
just got to outrun one person.
That would be Gwen.
Uh-huh.
You guys left the door open?
I don't know. I would slam the door shut.
Amar had the opportunity to close the door.
Would that require a move action, Kevin?
You could do that as part of your move.
Okay, so yeah, that was definitely part of the move as Amar went zooming.
Now,
Down the hall.
I mean, if you guys want, you don't want it to heat up in this hallway. You know, maybe you want a cross breeze. Are you sure you want to close the... All right.
Good
Yeah, we'll
point.
come back here later. We want to make sure that there's no draft for Shude. We don't want him to catch a cold.
That is very thoughtful.
We try.
I hope he remembers this.
So you close
Well, it
the
looks
door.
like things were warming up in there quite nicely.
Yeah. So as the door slams shut, and then Amar, you take a... Actually, you'll probably have to still be there. Then, if to end your...
Does that work?
So you slam the door shut, and then like a second afterwards, there's this huge explosion from the other side of the door.
I'm amazed.
Wow.
And you can feel it. Whew. Guys, what are you doing with your next round? You can't see Shude, so you guys can go ahead and take your actions.
Kane is like, yes.
This dungeon
Love it
crawl
when a
is
plan
full-
comes together.
Yeah, this dungeon crawl's full of heroic moments. Pushing a table in front of us to
Blowing shut.
Slamming
We
a door
had,
shut.
I think it's a viewer named William who had posted too. We were talking about the desks, those heavy metal
yeah.
desks. He was like, "Yeah, I'm a teacher, and we still have those."
Wow.
That's funny.
Okay, so you guys you make your way into the hallway. You can hear the doop, 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 doop in the vents above you. Where are you guys heading?
Which way should we go?
Excuse me. This was where the 3 doors were, right? And like the worm guy was in there, and then there were like some bug guys or something.
Yeah,
in there.
through here.
Carcasses or something.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think
I
this was the
trying
way to that.
where I am.
Yeah, this is the way to the shrine.
Oh, okay. That's the shrine up there.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Reagan looks around quickly to get an eye on where the vents are in this hallway.
Okay, there's one right up here.
Okay. All right. She points to it.
Yeah, let's
Says
get on
vent.
somewhere
Guys,
else.
where are we going? Are we going back to the top?
That's what I was just thinking. I was thinking about going to the
Back
top.
to the shrine room, you mean?
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
But we need to keep an eye out for them traps. Them sigils on the floor.
Yeah. So which way is it back to the...
Whatever's banging through the vents
Okay.
is getting closer.
Yeah. So to get back, we're gonna go do, and then around this corner, do. Everybody follow along because we don't have infinite light. Do.
Infinite Light was the name of my psychedelic rock band from high school.
Should we all be joining in with the walking song, Arlen?
Everybody's welcome to sing along if they want, but you don't have to.
So I did 1 year of my undergrad living in Dundee in Scotland, and without fail, one of the songs they would always play at the local pub or the club was the Proclaimers' 500 Miles.
Oh yeah.
But without fail, it would be 500 Miles, and then it would be Bryan Adams' Summer of '69, and then it would be Chesney Hockley or whatever his name is. I am the one and only. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't hear any one of those songs without immediately thinking of those other two as well.
Yeah. You get the medley.
Yeah.
All right, here are the stairs. Unless somebody wants to go free Cavavincian, I think we're just going up the stairs.
Back up to the other level.
Back up to the whatever it was, level 4 or something.
Where we have Chekhov's bathroom waiting.
Right, exactly.
All right. So let me bring you guys back to up here. Let's see. So make sure I didn't fuck up the lighting on this thing. And
Chekhov's bathroom. Is that
that joke is for one person.
Yeah.
With the impassable tiled floor covered in water.
Right.
All right.
I appreciated it.
I figured you would. Oh God, you got to reach for those jokes sometimes, but as long as it lands with one person, that's all I need. I can only hear one person laughing at a time over Zoom, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think I have the correct characters out as well. Yeah. So let me bring you guys back to ye old map of death. I mean, map of exploration and fun. Here we go. So you guys come running back out, and once again, you find yourself in that living quarters, now in a bit of disarray as a result of you guys using everything to open doors and smash stuff. Go ahead and move yourselves at Atwell.
All right, if we're going up, there's so there was this stairway in here. We came from over this direction, and there was another stairway this direction.
We actually, just because we had a good question here. So Jeff, who regularly warns everyone about the threat that we pose to the multiverse, Jeff asked us, is Hyperborea the Conan the Barbarian's world? Hyborea is the Hyborian world is Conan's world. Hyperborea is the not proprietary, but the custom setting that Jeff Talanian has for his game. The game is based on AD&D. But it takes out all the Tolkien references. So it's lots of Conan and Robert E. Howard, lots of Clark Ashton Smith, lots of H.P. Lovecraft stuff, but no elves, no dwarves, no whatever. And then our setting is actually a different kind of thing from that. It's Thule, but it's definitely inspired by Conan's Hyborian world.
Yeah, and I think Hyperborea itself came from Smith, Clark Ashton Smith.
When Hyperborea is also something from classic Greek.
Hyperborea originally, because it means beyond the north wind, it's what the Greeks thought was in the super, super far north. And then Clark Ashton Smith used it as one of his worlds, and then also it's Hyperborea as Jeff Talanian's thing, and then there's actually Hyperborea in Hyborea also.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
a little confusing.
Yes, that's true.
And then it
There
has
you go, folks. Every day's a school day. Tune into Dungeon Musings. More.
If you really want to start a fight on a purist Howardian, what do you call it? Like message board, say that the Hyperboreans are tall blue giants. Because that's a Lynn Carter introduction, I guess, after the fact, and it just stuck with the thing for a long time. So. I remember when the Modifius game came out, that was a big point of pride. They're like, the Hyperboreans are not this anymore. And the crowd was like, yeah. All right. Anyway. So hopefully.
I don't know why I don't get involved in more of that.
Yeah. Shocking, right? It was in fairness, the crowd was at Howard Days, at like the annual gathering about Howard.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's all part of the fun.
Yeah, totally, yeah. That crowd would definitely be in that flavor, or we appreciating that. Anyway, so hopefully that answers your question. Thanks. Okay, great. Then, guys, so what are you? I interrupted your deliberations over the bathroom of death.
So if
I don't need to go that bad.
Towards the top, and we go around. I was gonna look and see if there's anything around this doorway, because it seems like Furkashu likes to trap doorways. The door's open, so we don't have to touch the door, but he likes to put it on the floor.
That's the door we came in through, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a trap on there originally.
Yeah.
So one of the
that
things,
was the one where I got hosed.
Malo.
So cool.
Yep.
Because you've had time to contemplate Shude and his traps, like one of the things that likely occurs to you is that the traps that you've been coming across, those glyphs that have been caught, discharging and whatever, the ones that you most recently encountered, you're fairly certain were not there before, because none of you stumbled across them, none of you activated them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're aware that there is it's more powerful, I think, than what you are capable of, but it is a known bit of arcanery, if you will. It is a spell that you could, if you had access to the tomes or scrolls that would have it on it, you may be able to learn this thing.
Right.
So if he is manifesting his, I guess the other thing is, the things that have been used on you thus far, it seems like you could identify them as recognizable enchantments as well, or recognizable sorceries.
Right, and I'll convey that to everybody, and ask Reagan if she's familiar with this kind of magic, warding type magic, from her discipline. But I have heard of this type of wizardry. I am not familiar with it enough to actually be able to cast it. But the strange thing is he's clearly able to cast magic as needed. He just tried to do that with us a few moments ago. And he's been obviously laying these traps for us as we've continued to move through. So just because we've been through a doorway does not mean it's no longer, that it's not protected anymore by a magical trap.
The thing I was more... Have you seen him use the same spell back to back?
No, he usually uses one at a time.
What we have noticed is that we hear some sort of like disturbance, or there seems to be some activity, and then the next thing you know, there's a spell in front of us or some. It's like there's a clue that something's going on, and then sure enough, we encounter a booby trap.
Well, with the things that have specifically been enchantments, the things you found on the door, the things you found in the bay, and the two encounters you've had with him with what he's used against you, if he hasn't used, well, he's more, presumably because of he's able to use more powerful sorceries than what you are capable of, he may be a more powerful wizard. But if he's using the same type of spells that any other spellcaster would use, the ones you're aware of at least, and if he's not able to just keep throwing fireballs over and over and over and over again, what does that suggest?
He can run out?
Yeah, he's got to run out and relearn, just like a regular.
And he needs to rest, whatever that means for him, and prepare.
Yeah, and remember that, like, you guys have had 2 days pass in this tower thus far. So if you took a time to stop, recharge, and prepare your spells again the way that Malo and Iphigenia do, then... Yeah, is there a cave? No, Dave, no joke. I was telling Jaden about that the other day. Because we were talking, someone else had made a 13th Warrior reference, and I was telling him, like, I love it because within every given month, we'll have at least one reference from Dave. Is there a cave?
Well, we're talking about, like, you know, the creature resting to get its spells back.
Yeah.
Where does it rest?
Yeah.
You know,
At the top of the tower. Let's go and smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe in the bedroom, actually.
Yeah, I was fixing to say.
Where we are.
So if he...
But that's not the top of the tower.
Reagan baps Kate over the head with her staff.
Oh, she's feeling brave.
Yeah.
I won't retaliate because I want some of that sweet ale.
Exhausts himself to be able to use the hammer. Reagan goes flying through a wall. I got an exit!
So basically, every time we rest, it can recharge its abilities as well. We have to just bear that in mind.
And if it is like you, it is limited in the number of castings of things. So
right. So the likelihood is he wouldn't be able to cast another fireball. If in fact that's what it was, it sounded like it. So that's good information to have. The more we can progress in a day, the better it is for us.
Mm. And with respect to the traps, if the traps that he's been setting, those really powerful ones, are glyphs, likewise, he'll be limited in, or if all of this is correct, and why would the DM lead you astray?
Can't imagine why.
Then, you know, you may be able to rely on that if you've already come across one or two traps or glyphs already today, then you may not come across any further ones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, this all makes a lot of sense because didn't we faced him twice one day, and the second time was much easier to send him fleeing.
Mm. If he's got scorch marks all over, easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, now I don't know if I'm more or less suspicious than I was before.
The DM is an unreliable narrator.
I weren't even worrying about that stuff until Kev said it'd be all right.
Oh, jeez.
Is there like an oily trap on this door here?
On the no, that door is shut, and let's see here.
There's something kicking off in there, though. You might not want to open that door.
No, you can't tell. You can't see any oily residue on this one.
What did Kane say?
There was. I'm pretty sure there was something undesirable in that room, and we shut that door for a reason. I thought that was that.
There's that chamber that had that spirit in it. The body. I think that you had a name for the body as well too, where the air was taken out.
We bugged out of there rapid. I remember. Yeah. I feel like that would be a mistake to go in there.
And down
so
there,
was the bathroom this one? Was that the bathroom down there where Gwenrig is now? Yeah.
And we return to where it all began. The flooded bathroom. There is about an inch of water coating the floor of that room, Dave. And on the far side, let me think here.
There's a hairdryer plugged into the wall, dangling. To the edge of the
precariously. There's a bar of soap on the floor.
I'm surprised it's not frozen and there's a little team of guys doing curling in there or something.
There's an adorable CG thing of someone has inserted beavers in place of curlers. So it's beavers, and they'll throw the rock and then they'll hop on the rock and drift down on it. I realize I've never been more Canadian than at this very moment, but it really is adorable. Oh. Okay, so there's about an inch of water in here, and there's a large bathtub, a sink, and a toilet. Oh, and there is a cupboard on the far side as well, too. That's the real test for manners for you guys. Do you go into someone's medicine cabinet and start rooting around when you're guests?
Of course we do.
There you go.
If it was Kurt Cobain's medicine cupboard, I might.
Yeah. White Rabbit. Great reference.
But paracetamol.
Yeah, there's an overweight Puerto Rican in the tub as well. So what would you like to do?
What's our objective? Let me ask that. Do we have an objective? Are we trying to, knowing what we know about the risks of taking a long rest, is that what we're trying to do? And therefore we're looking for a place with no vents?
Is that what you guys want to do? Because I mean, I would forge on. I'm keen.
Have searched this room?
Yes.
Okay.
Except the bathroom, we just have not gone into the bathroom. It's just way too shady. It's just too suspicious for us to.
Yeah. So
no one wants to go in there.
No, and Will, just to give you some other info, we found there's a window to the outside.
And that was this blue up here, right?
Yeah. Yep. We also found the bathroom that had a cabinet in it, which we were not able to open because we didn't want to go inside. And we found the study, which is up there that Kevin was mentioning, right? That's this here.
We saw a colossal monster moving about outside through that window as well, I think.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when Shoot appeared and yelled, screamed get out or something.
Yeah.
So we did assume that these were his chambers, his private chambers.
Was there anything in the study up there? Did we go in there?
We did go in. We found, I believe that's where we found some architectural drawings or designs, something like that. That's what they look like.
Yeah. Medical texts that regarding respiratory function and gruesome pulmonary models.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
Yeah. Lots of notes about suffocating creatures to death, mostly humans.
Especially nosy humans.
Yeah.
If you're reading this,
you'll
be suffocated already.
Especially nosy humans named Malo. Ah!
Yeah. Oh, no. I put it down. But that's basically what we discovered. So we don't know what's in the bathroom. I don't know if we need to know. But Malo says he's agnostic in terms of whether we continue onward exploring or take a rest, only because he's not in great shape. He's not feeling fantastic, but he will, he'll forge ahead if
Reagan,
that's
maybe
what the group would like to do.
it's your ears playing tricks on you. You think you can hear banging.
Mhm.
Doof, doof, doof.
And she points that out. She says, "More banging."
I say we push on. Whilst
Yeah,
that
sounds
we're
fall,
gonna get the
whilst
turret.
that falls down the bottom, whilst he's down there, perhaps we can get ahead of him.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds good.
Where do you guys want to go next?
I'll follow you, Kane or Xanico, whoever knows the way to go.
Well, I think Xanico knows the way, but I don't mind going through this door. Is it open again? It's open, isn't it? Because we can see it.
Yeah.
I've gone out there to see what I
Okay.
can see.
And there's
Any flashing
stairs
lights
up
or anything
around
going
here.
off, Kev, since I pressed them buttons? Is there any evidence that anything's changed since I pressed them buttons?
So when you first got up here, you think that the throbbing and banging sound that you heard in the central pillar there, it was louder than before, but it seems to have gone back to the normal din of cacophony that you've been hearing since you come in here. That it's the ringing, like tinnitus, that you fear that you may hear when you leave this place, and it may never escape you because it's just constant banging and throbbing. There's not a place in here that you've been where there's not been noise.
Maybe he switched off whatever I switched on.
Okay.
Right. So is that the stairs up or down?
So if you're facing the wall, to your right are the stairs down that are in the south there. To your left, there are stairs going up. And I think you heard further sounds on the top there. Let me just double check here. I think this is where you die. I mean,
we didn't go up the stairs. We stopped here and investigated. So it's fresh territory.
Haven't gone up these stairs.
yeah.
That's right.
So you definitely heard the sound of like banging and machinery. It's much louder up there. Like I think Kane, you would recognize the sound of a ringing hammer on anvil type thing.
Right. Definitely some heavy something or other going on. I will bound up the stairs
Yeah.
like a man possessed.
All right. So why don't you guys put yourself in order on the stairs there, and then I will transfer you over to a new map.
In 3, 2, 1.
You know what? Hold on one sec, Kev. She's gonna place. She's gonna put the one that gives strength of faith on Kane, because he'll get +2 to saving throws associated with mind control, along with 2 temporary hit points.
So
just in case
if you're going to
anything
do that, you're going to have to be adjacent to him then.
Yes, that was her plan. To be. Actually, it's 25 feet.
No, but like look at the line of sight. He's
Okay,
going
yeah,
up a winding staircase.
He was. Well, she was trying to be relatively behind him, so she would like to be there.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So we all get in line to go up the stairs, and Reagan grabs Kane, and we all
Yep.
stop him.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get one thing set up here, guys.
I almost drop off the edge of the map, but it saves me.
Yeah.
Pulls me back before it's too late.
Outside.
That's right. There's an element in the scene that may actually block line of sight. Those fang dragons are pretty big, so I just want to make sure that
Right.
it is officially the year of the fang dragon, or 2021.
All right.
So
That's right.
So we've got a ceiling.
okay. So, let me move you up here. So, Kane, you're the first one kind of poking your head up.
Above the parapet.
Followed by Reagan. Followed by Gwen. Followed by Malo. And that's as much room as we have right now. There's no more room at the inn. So as you come over, what you see there is this open space spans the diameter of the tower, and in the southern portion of the room, it opens up to a room above. The air is stifling due to the operation of 3 massive forges that burn and vent into the cluster of exposed pipes running through the center of the tower. The tangle of conduits in the southeast cuts through the room to join this cluster, forming a wall of pipes and thick wires. That's what you're seeing right here. You cannot see beyond. Standing in there, working at this apparatus and around the forges are, you can see, 1
Ugnaughts
of these things.
Oh, not Ugnaughts.
I love me some Ugnaughts. They have spoken.
We've encountered these, haven't we?
Yeah, that was like the protectors. I guess back on the first level, I think.
Yeah. The difference here, these things do not have the shields. They have the hammers, but a different kind of hammer. And let me see if this thing spots you. It does not.
Kev, how high is the roof?
High in here, I think they're 20 feet still.
Still 20 feet? Okay.
And are they they just getting on about with their business?
Yeah, they seem to be working on at the foundry. Like when you see it, it goes back, and you see a second walk over as well too. From the sounds of things, though, you can hear there are more in the room. You just may not be able to see them yet.
Okay. I wonder if I could stealthily get across to the other stairs.
There's a chance. So as a reminder, because in old school games, if you've got a thief skill or something like that, what that means, if you're successful on the skill, it means there's no chance of seeing you unless they've got some comparable skill. Otherwise, any character is free to try and sneak. It just means that you may be spotted.
Right.
So do I just move and then roll something?
So where are you trying to move to? To the stairs?
I just want to. I want to sneak around the perimeter of the wall.
Okay.
To get
to
the other side. That is my game plan there.
Okay.
Where I am. That is my objective.
So
if I don't get there, just let me know.
You get to.
Kane, did you pass that on to us? That's what your objective is?
You get to about there. It doesn't sound like he did. So you get to.
No, it's pretty obvious. I'll probably turn around and just go like that.
Okay. So you start making your way over there. Well, if he's maintaining... because old school magic, it ain't subtle. But it doesn't really... It's kind of a moot point because this thing, it turns... and it is going to make its way back, and it spots you moving across there, Kane. And what you see is there's that... I think it's a yellow...
Can I make like a robot kind of...
Yeah. So you see that visor that's across there? While it's working, the color of the visor, the slit there is yellow. It sees you and it goes and turns red.
Oh man!
And then the others turn red as well, and they squawk out something in binary. And we see in the translation in the film version of this, it's decide what you're doing this round because we're rolling initiative. So, let's have everyone declare what you're going to do. We'll do one round, and then we'll take our mid-session break.
Okay.
In case anyone's got a pressing need for a comfort break, as Mo puts it.
I have now.
I swear, every round, Robert, it sounds like you're having to decide which of your kids gets all of your, gets everything in your will.
The problem is right now. It's like Everything's either magic or she's out of spells.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's see. There's 2 of these things, right?
Yeah.
All right. I got it. Yep.
All right.
And Kane will shout out. I can shout out. I can shout out now straight away, can't I, Kev? If they do their eye thing.
Yep.
Whilst they're doing their eye thing, I'll shout. I'll draw them off. I'll draw them off.
Nice.
That's all I'm. That's the most planning you're going to get from me.
that tracks. Give me a second.
I'm a bit disappointed they haven't got the Cylon eye thing that
Yeah.
going across.
I mean, when I make them move, I'm going to do the.
Oh yeah, that was wicked. That original series, Battlestar Galactica, man, them ships, them Cylon ships, their fighter ship things, they were awesome. I loved them as a kid. The Cylons were so cool.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, guys, let's see here. Robert, you're still winning initiative. So let's see. I'll roll my initiative. Ooh. Robert, would you kindly beat my 5?
Man, Kev's dice are hot today.
Yeah.
Fine work.
Tell me about it. Then, let's see here. So first up then, guys, is... Do we have anyone in... Oh, we got melee, of course. The hammerers. Their namesakes. And the end of these hammers, unlike the others that have that, that electricity going in the end, these seem to, like, be glowing red hot hammers. As if, like left in the fire of the forge to heat up. So here we go. We got 2 hammer attacks on King. King, your AC is what right now? One of those might hit.
Now you're asking, so...
Yeah.
My character sheet's gone again. It changed, didn't it, because of the jungle environment?
Yeah. Yeah, because as we're doing Conquistador-style armor right now. By which I mean breastplate, not, genocidal.
Yeah, I've still see this has still got field plate and shield written on here. Yeah, which is saying 0 for both.
So what you're not wielding a shield right now, right? Do you have any magical bonuses?
I've got a ranger's cloak of protection +2.
Okay, so that'll give you -2 to your AC. So I think we've been saying that it's equal to chain, right? Like AC 5 is the starting point for the breastplate. Mm-hmm. Is that right, guys?
Yes. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, and then so AC 5 -2 brings you down to 3. Do you have a Dex modifier?
Dex 13. Don't look like it. No.
No. Okay. So, all right. So then one of them does hit you, and you are hit for that is 6 points of damage and 4 points of fire damage.
Wow.
As it hits, and it's like sparks flying off as if like a hammer striking a piece of tempered or heated up steel.
So that was 4 plus what, Kev?
6 regular damage, 4. So, and DR will apply against the first. DR will apply against the regular damage. So you'll reduce it by 1. So you take 5 damage in total, and then you'll also take 4 more heat damage or fire damage. So
Right.
9 total. Sorry,
9.
that's a really long way of saying 9.
Yeah.
Can you tell I bill by the hour? All right. So then, that is it for their melee. It looks like we've got no heroes doing melee in the first round. So then we have missile, nobody first round, magic first round, nobody, move first round. Anybody want to move?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try and get away from this guy. So that's like a disengage or something like that.
So
would it be?
in this game, I think it's withdraw, and you can do a third of your move still. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
So it says here my movement's 20, but I feel like with that armor it would be more now, wouldn't it?
It would be, yes. Yep, it would be whatever you get with chain. which is, I think, 30.
I think that's 30.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's 30, yeah. So I can move 10 foot.
Yep.
Without suffering a attack of opportunity.
Correct. Yeah. So you move maybe 1 square this round, and then you can move a second square the second round.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So something like that.
Yep, you got it. Has everyone else moved? Let me. So, we got some
I was waiting for Reagan to.
room on the
Sorry,
stairs here.
Waiting for Kane to go.
Mar, Zanico, you're running upstairs too.
And I'm going to add 2 hit points back onto my sheet, and my temporary hit points are gone.
Okay. Okay.
So
Awesome. Okay, so then that's the end of first phase. Second phase, we've got Gwen and Reagan are doing melee.
Yep. Reagan's going to swing at the one directly in front of her with her regular hammer. She's not
Go
about
ahead.
to crap, where did the sheet go? There it is.
Okay, let me. So I will. This is an optimal time to point out that you guys have 6 points of astonishing fortune that you can take advantage of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's probably not good for Reagan to do it because she's not really a fighter. If Gwen wants to do it though.
Okay.
Oops.
Not quite good enough.
Or it's not very good.
Reagan's.
That's ugly.
Okay.
Burned 1 point.
And let me
Sorry,
see.
We're down to 5.
All right. Okay, so you guys can see the bar on the thing now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. All right, so you guys swing at this thing, but it's whatever metal this thing is made out of, your weapons don't even scuff the paint on it. Then we have missile is nobody, magic. Malo, what do you got in mind?
So I'm pointing my finger at this one right here.
Yep.
That Kane is engaged with, and a silver flash of light strikes it unerringly, and it must make a sorcerer saving throw against my Rave of Enfeeblement.
Ooh.
Which I never get to use.
Does Ray of Enfeeblement affect non-living things?
It doesn't say one way or the other.
Okay.
I just read the description, and it doesn't mention that it doesn't affect anything or does affect anything.
Okay, let's see.
It's page 200.
Yeah. Yep. So it's just draining power from it, is narratively how I think I'd explain this. So yeah, you can see there's like electricity is bleeding off of this thing into the ground. Let me make a save here. I rolled a 9, which is a failure. So,
awesome.
So yeah, I scaled down. So how much am I scaling down the dice now?
So a couple of things happen. One, it loses 4 strength points. The other, the way the damage is scaled down, it basically goes down by a die. So if it's a D20, it becomes a D12, etc. A D10 becomes a D8, whatever.
Yeah, these things don't have a strength score, so it'll just be the...
And bonuses also are proportionately reduced. So +2 becomes a +1, that sort of thing.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so this thing seems, again, fitting perfectly with the 50s theme of most of the stuff in here. It's the slowed down, like, talking slower now.
Nice. Awesome.
All right. Then it is move. Move on the final phase, or final segment here. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to try perception.
Final phase, carrying on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, that'd be an attack.
Oh, yeah. I won initiative, right? Sorry, I should have moved first, so let me just...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Then, that's the end of the round, guys. So we're on to round 2, but first, let's take our mid-session break.
Run away.
For those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily, and then we'll check my chat. Holy smokes, first back. That is a rarity. Let's check my chat here, guys. Hey, Matt, thanks. Happy New Year to you, too. In sunny Southern California, I am very jealous. It is a... Oh, gosh, I mean, it looks more like the Icewind Dale here than anything. The amount of snow we've had in the last... Just before Christmas up until now, it's been just crazy. I mean, easy for me to help get the... in the mood for some Icewind Dale, but... Padarfa! Thank you, Padarfa. Hope you're having a great day, too. Morning, Brian. Hope the day is off to a great start for you. A danger to the multiverse. Why haven't the Green Lantern Corps been sent to stop these PCs? A very good question, Jeffrey. Shyman, thanks as well, too. Glad, yeah, 2020 was no joke. You know, and the worst thing was, 2020, I just realized that 2020 was a leap year. Someone reminded me of that on Twitter, so I actually need to go back and get one more day's worth of drawing done because getting caught up. I missed that it was a fucking leap year. So, oh my goodness. Tasman Dimian, greetings from Texas. Thanks. Oh, thanks so much. Great and spiffy players. Totally agree on the latter. Absolutely. Actually, Taz, we've got a couple players from Texas as well, too, in our group. So we have a lot of love for the Lone Star State. Let's see here. Oh, and Jefferson, Idaho. Cool. I drove through Idaho when I was did my Cali road trip a few years back. I enjoyed Idaho. Longshot, howdy. Morning. Happy New Year to you as well. Oh, and Matt, thanks for explaining Hyperborea as well, too. That's much appreciated. All right. Nice 65 degrees Fahrenheit this afternoon. Well, actually, we did get... So, one of the downsides to living where in Calgary, where I do, is we get these things called Chinooks, which are like warming winds that come in from the Pacific, and you'll suddenly see these massive pressure change, and it'll get a lot warmer. It's actually like 2 degrees today. So we may see a lot of this ice melt. And actually, I plan on taking my little lady and a banana up to the mountains today, because we didn't get a chance to go yesterday.
We get Chinooks around our way, but it's normally special forces.
Yeah.
Yes. Built by Canadians, too.
They're all over the place here.
Yeah. What, Canadians or?
No, Chinook, because we've got the Army base, and they've got a mess of them out there. So
yeah. It's
over the house.
One of the most recent military boondoggles we had. I mean, most recent in the last 10 years, boondoggles we had here was over replacement choppers that was supposed to be that, and it was a total clusterfuck and didn't end up happening or whatnot. So, oh boy. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so I think we're waiting for Dave to get back. The downside to that is that with those massive pressure changes, if you didn't grow up out here around that, when you live out here for a long time, you end up sort of developing migraines that come from it. So I get those, Dave gets those, my assistant gets those. And the worst thing is I used to tease my first firm I worked at, there was a paralegal who used to get that. And I used to tease her about like, oh yeah, geez, it suddenly got sunny and nice outside and you can't come into work. Oh. Less funny now.
Yeah, and then you have one, and it's like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Yep. And it's really like, in a very, very small microcosm, the comeuppance of the uppity young lawyer, it kind of fits in a little,
Right.
Yeah. Alrighty. I can't see Dave. Is Dave back?
He's
not in that meet.
Oh, he left the meet as well, too? Okay, hold on.
He might.
He's having problems then. Because I went ahead and hit refresh and roll 20, and it's just spinning a circle on him.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. Okay. So we're into the third year of this campaign. I'm finishing, or I just started, I should say, portraits of characters from our Legacy of Crystal Shard game, and I guess this is next. So, even if I'm stuck indoors for the next 9 months still, then at least I'll have something to keep me busy.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, let's give Dave a moment to try and get back in here.
Yeah, because otherwise Reagan's going to look over and say, "Okay, you got my flank, right? Where?"
Oh yeah, Matt. So Matt says about the Santa Ana winds. That's totally it. I think that because George, you're from Southern Cali as well too. Is the the Santa Ana winds? Is that something like what I'm talking about too, where it's the pressure change and it's totally different?
Pressure change, super dry, super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've never.
I'm now not in that weather. I'm in the opposite weather.
Dave said his internet is resetting.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll be back in just a moment here. You know, I realize now, too, I used to tease my dad every time I talk. I've lived away from my hometown for quite a long time, and every time I talk to him, he wants to talk to me about what the weather's been. I'm now segueing into that.
That guy,
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. So, let's see. I'm sure Dave will be back momentarily here.
I was playing Maze Rats this morning with my son. It's pretty funny, some of the emerging story that comes out of that. So I was using these. I made up a little set of cards. If you've ever played Lasers and Feelings, there's these cards that help you. Well, they're not. It's a table, but I made it into cards, and you generate a place, a problem, a twist, and like the people that are affected, something like that. And I just flipped over these things, and it turns out it's in a crowded city. And one of the scenes was so we played it. He played his character, and he had a sidekick, and the pair of them. He was called Waverly Philippant or something like that, and his sidekick was Silas Coffin. And so there's these pair of Herberts, and they ended up going to this inn that his parents owned, and it moves magically. It magically moves, and we decided that it goes only locally, and when it moves, it swaps places with whatever was there before. But before it moves, so you got an inn full of drunk people and a moving tavern, like, you know. So you go in and you're in one place, and when you come out, you're somewhere else. And just before it shifts, it starts like flicking out of existence, and all the local kids pile in there for the ride. So it just reappears somewhere else, and then all the kids jump out wherever they are, and all the locals that turn out, they're like moaning because they're further away from where they wanted to go, or they come out happy because they're nearer to home. You couldn't have made it up. It just happened. It was so funny.
That's great.
I love stuff. Yeah, I love stuff like that.
And Silas Coffin is a fantastic name. It really, you know, if that isn't the star of a British kid-oriented series yet, then it really should be.
And he was. What was it called now? A shadow walker or something. It's that they have. You can have a skill set, and basically the one he chose meant he kind of moved silently and hide in shadows. And Silas Coffin, for the guy who moves silently and hides in shadows, was so appropriate.
Jesus.
And it was.
Yeah, I'm stealing the fuck out of that name.
Determined.
This is your son who came up with this?
It's just in Maze Rats. It's one of the random tables.
No, the name is randomly generated?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you have. There's a D36, a D66, so 36 male names, 36 female names, and then you choose lower class or upper class surname.
Yeah.
And they're taken from their English names that have fallen out of use. So they've got kind of archaic sounding names, and I use it for everything. It's never far away from me. It's probably on here somewhere, but I use it for everything. If I go to a convention, I just take it, and when I've got to roll up a character, I just roll on that. And
that's awesome. I've got Maze Rats. I just haven't taken a look, but that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, just have a quick look. The tables in there just constantly surprise and delight me with how it turns out.
Okay.
Weirdly appropriate little things.
Yeah.
That amuse and delight.
So, speaking of being weird and delighted, I have a whole bunch of robots to attack you with now. So I am going to. How's that? Roll for segue. So let's see here, Robert. We thank you for your service rolling initiative, but we will turn to an alternate source for our future initiative endeavors. So let's have everyone declare what you're doing with your round. And we're turning to Arlen. Speaking of the Lone Star State.
I think we need to run. Hope they don't come up the stairs.
They're Daleks.
Yeah, when you said that one slowed his voice down, that's all I was thinking. Exterminate.
Yes.
Exterminate.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Got the right terminology. I think I can do that.
Okay. There we go. And. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Here we go. Arlen, would you kindly beat my 3?
You can do it, Harlan.
Tied.
I'll take
Nice.
it.
All right, so you guys have a higher dex in these things. So first up is melee, which is Gwenrig, Reagan, and it's oddly not Kane. So first up, why don't Gwen?
Well, I did plan. This is why I don't plan.
Yeah. I've tried this one time, never again.
Last time I tried this maneuver, it was in the keep, and it worked about as well.
Sorry.
So why not do it again?
Oh God! All right, I gave them a 1 in 6 chance of spotting you. They did.
Yep.
So now you got killer hammer robots. Okay, so then Gwen, that is a hit. Nicely done.
Sorry, my
Big hit.
Kev, my character is not pumping up. I don't know why.
That is not something that I did.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just blank. So, okay, finally came up. All right, there it is.
That may have been
Just
my
slow
doing. I think everyone got to see Reagan now. Okay, so let me get hit points for this sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, nice hit. Nice hit.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, hoa, hoa. Okay. Okay. Let me adjust the hit points here. There you go. You can do it, Kev. All right, so that first solid hit. Boom. And then the Reagan, the one you're facing. Nice. Knocks it into the side. Then it is, I guess, their turn. Oh, boy. All right. Gwen, what is your AC? I know you can't talk, but just hold up fingers. Oh, you're muted, Dave. You might be muted.
That's safe muted, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's not using her shield right now, so it's 5.
5? Okay. 18 is a hit. Okay. And the one facing you is the one that's at full strength. 13 points of damage. Full DR will apply.
Oh,
Yeah. And then,
if Gwen could scream, she would.
okay. Remember that you can,
Right.
in this game, you can spend Astonishing Fortune to negate a hit. If you choose to.
Yeah, we've got 6 out of 6 still.
Yeah.
And then
Nobody's down yet. I was just waiting until somebody goes down.
Reagan, nat 1 against you. So it's
Okay.
you hit it, and I think that it this is the slowed one, so it kind of like swings that massive burning hammer, trailing embers behind it, but you're easily able to step out of the arc of that thing. Then it'll be missile, which is nobody, first phase. Then it is magic.
I will use a point to avoid that hit.
Okay, so go ahead. Okay,
Probably right.
so what does it look like?
So I think it steps in with the hammer, and Gwen is about to dodge to one way and realizes that's the direction the hammer's going, and she turns and dodges the other.
Okay, so it scrapes across her breastplate. So add your health back. Yeah, great. Malo, I think you're up next year on magic.
Yes, so I only have 1 second level spell, which I never get to use. So I'm now going to get to use it twice. So I'm going to now attack this creature,
Okay,
this robot creature.
is this the same same thing?
Same spell. So a silvery light flashes out of my hands and strikes the creature. He gets a sorcery save.
So this one it does. This is a better save.
Okay.
So what?
So it negates. So no effect.
Okay, okay. In fairness,
I
this
got
one,
left though.
yeah, that one is more sturdy than the other.
Okay.
So then it is move. Heroes?
I want to move just a little bit up here to give people more room. And also to keep an eye on Kane if he bolts. Yep, he bolts.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Kane. Get in the way.
Oh, he's in an aggro. This is
I'm trying to draw him off.
you want to aggro a second group. He's pulling the whole dungeon, and he has to face them all at once. Then it is, let's see here. Then it's there, I guess the others move.
We've not had any of the factions within this tower meet each other before, have we?
You've not? No. Yeah,
So we don't know what would we don't know what would happen if the robots met the scrap metal bug things, or
nope.
Right.
Okay, so I think that is the end of first phase. So second phase, we have Gwen. This is a favored round. Gwen, you got a second attack?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This round shit.
Yep. Go right ahead.
Okay. So can she move and hit, or hit and then move? How does that work?
Yep. Either of them are fine. I mean, she can't withdraw, so she may draw an attack of opportunity. Oh, another solid hit. So you bring that massive footman's flail down on it.
Well, then can she still move into there?
Yep, that's fine.
Or is that going to attack?
Nope, no attacks of opportunity in this one. No. Okay. Then it is. Let's see here. No one else got melee second phase. Missile for Amar.
What I'm attempting to do. I wish there was a way to have kind of like, you remember like the 4E templates of like the different areas of effects of weapons. What I want to do is I want to use the radium gun.
Yep.
And fire, and I should be able to at least get him.
Yep.
And possibly some others, but without really being able to visualize it, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, like I think
he's using his radium gun right on there.
Yeah. So the cone. What's the cone of the radium gun?
It's a cone. It is a 10-foot terminus, 50-foot length cone. So I would say, that would kind of be the point of origin, I guess, at my corner there.
For sure, one of them.
Yeah, for sure that guy.
Yeah, if it's only 10 feet at the end, though, I don't know. Yeah.
What if he stepped to here and then shot?
More like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you shot this
you can't move and use missile in the same round, though.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. So.
Yeah, that was my move. Was because I was
Yeah.
I was there. I just shifted over here.
I mean, your character would have known that, though. So if what you were intending to do is just try and maximize that, Gwen stepped out of the... Oh, because, Gwen was in the way until then.
Yeah.
Right.
What if you aimed it more like... What if you aimed it more like here? Wouldn't that... Also...
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, see, I don't want to get...
Like, I think you can hit those two over there.
Kane's gone down.
I'm up the stairs.
Yeah.
So he's higher up.
Yeah, so you don't need to worry about hitting him. I'd say you could either hit these two over here or hit this one and this one here. What am I not using my pointer for? Here we go.
I just assume there's some
guy.
underfloor heating or something like that.
Yeah. Why do I have foot cancer? What?
What's going on?
Okay. So what do you want? Do you want the ones that are the two that are oncoming, or do you want this one here and this one?
I think we'll be better served by hitting that one and that one. Personally, I think we'll be better served.
This one and that one?
Yeah, the one that's immediately there to my northwest.
Okay, you got it. Okay, now I make save versus what is it? Device?
I'm pretty sure it's device. Where's the character? Where'd it go? There she is. Yeah, well, actually, it's an avoidance save.
Avoidance save. I failed both of them.
All right.
So go ahead and roll.
Let's go ahead and roll.
Supercharges that.
Nice. Oh, it must not be. If you have to roll to attack, there's no There's no. Oh, you're just rolling damage here. I see.
Yeah, I'm just rolling damage because I put it in.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's see here. What I'm gonna say. Let me check the hit points on that other one. Okay. Eesh. Alrighty, so you use that, and then the one that is in front of you, it turns with that smoldering hammer and kind of like... and it freezes in place. As does the one that is advancing.
Oh.
Let me just...
Interesting.
Oh.
Do we have any idea how many charges we have left on that thing?
Yeah, I've got track of it.
Okay.
And then I've got reloads, thank God.
Okay.
I found some, I think, in here somewhere.
Yeah, from the hammers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're disassembling and taking the charges out. Okay, so are you hit your the little like circles of that beams come out from it, not beams, but Marvin the Martian style, and then it is let's see here, move. So any of our heroes want to move?
Yeah. I just need a. Can you roll out a bit more road for us, Kev?
I can. Let me tell you where you're going here. You're asking me to keep two things in my mind at once, and I have a very small shelf for that. Let's see here.
Pushing the envelope.
It is. Boom, one book to sell. I forgot my mother's maiden name. Okay. Ooh, interesting. So, let me bring you over here.
It's never good when the DM says, ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That never can tell for anyone.
Here we go. Kane, you find yourself all alone. And over here.
Okay.
All right. What strange place do you find? I think that those stairs on the far side continue up.
Okay.
All right. Then, anyone else moving? Malo can't because he cast a spell. Xanico, what are you doing? We've been... He's holding.
You're
you're muted, Arlen.
Is he muted too?
Yep. Oh, I was saying I'm just hanging out with my big effect. It is not quite in the right tactical position for right now, so I could rush in with my war mace, but I'm gonna wait and see if Mala rushes in, and if not, maybe next turn.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys. So I believe, apart from my advancing robots, 1, 2 robototons coming up. Alrighty, then I believe that brings us to the end of round 2. We're on to round 3, guys. Okay, and let's see here. Arlen, you tied me for initiative, so you're rolling again. Everyone decide what you're doing with your round, please. Okay.
Something that radium gun thing is a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
It can be. I think for future reference, I should probably take point. I mean, I don't have the
I can heal myself. I'm hard to hit. I have a radium gun, guys. I am the party.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I can shoot something and then run away from it very quickly.
I am looking forward to drawing all of these characters, but perhaps more so Amar in his turban with his azure robes on and a ray gun.
Yeah, that
It's gonna be amazing.
I was visualizing that earlier.
Oh my gosh. And such a departure from what you would expect of a pulp hero too, right?
Oh, well, I mean, that's
good.
what makes it pulp.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just this Sikh warrior. It's the Sikh warrior with a freaking ray gun,
Heck yes. All right, so then, guys, Arlen, would you kindly beat my 3 again? Oh. Okay, so melee is up first. So.
Oops.
And so I got
Astonishing point everything.
1 on Gwen, 1 on Amar, and 2 on Reagan. Okay, one of them is slowed though. So once again, they
AC is 2.
I rolled a nat 1s again from that one, so it swings over. Your AC is 2 right now?
Yeah.
How is that the case if you're wielding a two-handed weapon?
Oh, hold on. Let me check something.
Can I hear anybody on the stairs yet behind me?
You can hear him screaming.
No, we're not coming.
It's a strange, obscure language, but the message is clear, and it's, where the fuck is Kane?
Sorry,
I
3.
thought we were going to the top of the tower.
That's what we thought. Sorry, it's 3.
3, okay. All right. So one of them swings and misses you. The other one manages to connect.
Okay.
And you take full DR will apply against this. 9 points of damage. That DR applies against that, and then the fire is 3.
Okay. So total of 11 with 5 DR1.
Yep. DR only applies against the regular stuff, though.
Yep. Got it.
All right. So he's hit against Gwen. I hit an AC of 2.
She's got an AC of 5.
Okay. Gwen, you are hit. Oh, fucking hell. 12 points of damage, and then 3 fire. If you want to spend the Astonishing Fortune. And for thematic purposes, guys, I'm using my fiery dice to roll the fire damage on you. I know that makes it better.
What does the group think? I'm chewing up all the ash or the Astonishing Fortune.
The thing is, Amar is what's going to get us to get out of here.
How would this take you down?
No, not entirely.
I say save it one more round. That would be mine. And see if Amar needs it this round.
Okay, so I take 3 fire and 12.
Regular, but DR will apply against the regular.
Yeah.
So
I'm
reduced by
14.
1.
I'll be down to 3 hit points.
Okay. So again, sparks fly off of Gwen's armor where it hits, and that one's solidly connected. Amar, what's your AC right now?
2.
2. Okay,
Almost always is 2.
Once again, this thing swings at you. You duck back. The hammer hits the ground in front of you. Sparks fly up from the ground. There's a dent lift, or a little scuff mark, I should say, on the ground. That is the end of the Robotaton's attack. Next is Gwen and Zaniko and Reagan.
Reagan swings at the one that she's been swinging at.
That's a hit.
Oh, nice. That's right, enfeebled.
Okay, we hit it again, and its form still seems to be holding in spite of Malo's enchantments. Oh!
I'm not a frontline fighter. It's really not my area of expertise, guys. I kind of expected somebody else to take this spot in the line, but you know.
Aiden is gone. Ooh,
nice.
Whoa, Gwen. Man. My gosh. Which one are you?
Was that a crit? No, 16.
No. Which one are you hitting there, Gwen? The one that's in the damaged one?
The damaged one.
Shatter it.
Nice.
Awesome hit. All right.
Reagan would give a high five if she wasn't scared to death.
Okay. Then it is, let's see here. So Reagan's gone, Zaniko's gone, Gwen's gone. A missile from Amar. What are you doing, Amar?
So yeah, let me just make sure. This one and that one have already been affected.
Yeah, you know what I'll do here? I'll put X's across them so it's more clear.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I pretty much have to attack that guy right there in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really... Where's the old
Nat
damage?
20 on my save.
Ooh, so that's what, half damage?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. And give me a 30.
Oh, you know what? I just realized that there's a disarm maneuver.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So let me just replace this with one with a health bar, and fill in said health bar. Okay. Okay. So you hit that, but this thing seems, it kind of moves to the side, and you catch part of it. Sparks are flying, or there's electricity or weird, power that courses across the outside of this thing, but it continues moving towards you. Next is magic. Malo, once again.
So I'm using my final ray of enfeeblement, so a silver flash of light targets this one.
Okay.
So sorcery save.
That might work.
Okay, and the other one, just so you know, has halfway through its duration.
Halfway through.
First one. Oh, wait, now it's gone, actually.
Yeah,
now,
it's destroyed.
Yeah.
So you guys have that covered. All right. Save and throw. Yes, I rolled just enough.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, so again, you cast, and it doesn't seem to take hold. Then it is move, first phase. Anybody?
So I'm waiting at the bottleneck so that I can fight the robots one at a time.
Yep.
But there's no robots. So I'm assuming that something's gone wrong with the plan. Or maybe...
And you told nobody about.
I did. I said I'm going to draw them up the stairs.
Yeah.
And as I was the only one that they'd seen, I thought they would follow me. But that didn't pan out like that. So
all we saw was shh.
No, I called out. I did tell you.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I heard him.
We get the third official, replay that.
Yeah, we were.
So Kane's using his turn to "I told you so," guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts his hands on his hips, looks up at the sky, deeply sighs, and then begins his way back down the stairs. That occurs in the party exasperation segment of the turn.
Right.
So,
And Kane is welcome to whack Reagan over the head this time.
then I think we've got so everyone has moved. We are on to phase or segment or phase 2. Top of the round is melee. Nobody. The only thing interesting happening in the second phase is move. So if anyone wants to move second phase, I think Kane, let me move you back in here. Here we go. You are going right there.
Can Gwen move to this square without drawing an attack opportunity?
Yep, that's safe.
Make room for the black.
Reagan will
You got it.
here.
She's going to take an attack of opportunity then.
But she's leaving space. Okay.
Presented with a scene of carnage.
Yeah, I think that you guys, we've been playing this for 3 years now. If you're not catching attacks of opportunity, I'm just going to make them on you when you move. So she's shifted to try and get out of the way for Kane, which makes sense in the fiction. She is hit again. Okay, and that is 8 points of damage, and then 2 points of fire.
All right. Down to 2.
Okay.
The reason I was asking, Kev, because I wasn't sure if in this game you were also using the rule that you
for moving around. Yeah, no, and that wasn't the same thing as moving out away from an enemy.
Right, but I wasn't. I was kind of moving towards one, but I was also moving kind of not towards one, so I wasn't sure if you're using that rule.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, the moving around. You can move a lot less in this game than what you can because you have to divide it between the two segments. So there's not the cartoonish you guys running around people. You know, I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls lately, so I'm picturing that as the strategy of just, I'll keep running around trying to get a backstab. Then I think that's the end of round 3, guys. We're on to round 4. Okay, Arlen, you are still dominating initiative. Oh, you lost?
I did.
Oh, you were doing so well. I had forgotten, but Arlen, it is nice of you to give up your time with initiative. Share it with your buddy George. I think it's because George is in an earlier time zone now, so he's feeling refreshed, ready to go.
Yeah.
Everyone declare what you're doing. Alrighty.
If you have the 2 attacks, can you do them both in the same segment?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, you do them both together instead of
front load if you like.
This one.
So like melee times 2 and hold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So here we go, guys. George, you kind of beat my 4.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So melee, we have Malo, Zanico, Reagan, and Gwen. You guys are getting into it now.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'm happy to go first. I'm assuming I can attack this creature.
You can. So Zanico, that is a hit.
Awesome.
Now the MacLeod, is that the big like obsidian tipped spear?
It's a club with obsidian blades essentially built into the club thing.
6, 19. Okay, so
Nice, Gwen.
put this here. We adjust its hit die here. And you did 12 points, or 6 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. These damn sky metal creatures. Gwen, that first one is not successful, but you've knocked it back enough to hit solidly on that second one. Let me just roll. Which one are you attacking? The one that Zanico is, or the one that's behind you?
Yeah, the one that's amidst the group. I was trying to clear a spot to let everybody by.
Okay, okay. So yeah, that is a hit as well. There you go. Boom.
Reagan hits the same one.
Okay.
Tries to.
So Malo, your first attack is unsuccessful. Neither is Reagan's.
Okay, here's my second. Oh, negative 10.
Oh,
Nice.
Max damage.
Wow. Yeah. How is that not a crit? Oh my goodness.
It's got to be almost 19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So you're all battering around Zanico. Malo. You join in the hits. And you realize that a solid hit on the breastplate is not going to work. You can see where a little joint is at the side. Slash along, and then there's a spray of like oily fluids and some kind of greenish liquid and sparks. Is that it for all our heroes attacking? I think so, right? Yep. Alrighty. So then,
Yeah.
robot time. Okay. First up, Amar. You're going to be the hardest to hit, so let's see if we can... It's actually going to try and disarm.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of penalties.
Yep. I'm fishing for that nat 20 right now. I hit it AC -1. Is that...
Okay, so that hits.
Okay.
Because I'm AC 2.
Let's see here. Yours is a one-handed weapon, right?
Yeah, it's a pistol.
Pistol, so it takes a one... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imitate your accent. Inadvertent. Pistol. Sorry. So it's a -1, effectively, for him, for his thing. So I think that hits you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm AC 2.
AC 2, right. I hit -1.
Right.
Right, okay, so... now you must make a test of strength.
Right.
This is a test, not a feat.
Yes, right, test. Okay, so this is possible.
Okay, here we go.
No.
Nice!
Ah.
So it rings off, and you're worried about potential damage to the thing, but you managed to hold on. This is a delicate bit of machinery.
Oh, son of a bitch! I knew he was going to find another book.
Same book. Same book.
With so few books to hand as well.
Right.
What are the odds, man?
I have to justify the use of all this shit. So, all right. So I think we're gonna make a crushing blow against. It's better than ceramic.
Let me see what the description is.
Why don't you give us a D? I think. You know what? I'm going to give you a 10, which is better than what most things have. So 10, you're going to want to roll a 10 or higher on a D20, just flat.
So basically a save. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, I can do this. Apparently not.
Oh.
Okay. So it does not disarm you, but because of the delicate nature of the ray gun, it is damaged. Now. That was the one on you. The one is between everyone, Reagan and Gwen. I think it's been focusing on Gwen. But Malo, you hit it really hard too. I'm going to roll randomly against all four of you guys. So 1 is Gwen, 4 is Malo. Everyone else is between that. I rolled a 4, so it is Malo.
Yeah.
What's your AC right now, Malo?
It is 2.
A 2. I hit an AC 1. So.
And it's.
All right, Malo. You take 10 points of regular damage and 1 point of fire. You want to Astonishing Swordsmen?
I think I'm going to have to, because I'm going to be so negative that, unfortunately.
So what does it look like as this thing swings at you, and you manage to get out of the way at the last minute?
Is it like a claw, or what's his...
It's a massive, imagine...
Hammer.
Yeah, a hammer, one of those like high-tech hammers they're wielding, but as if the end was left in a forge. So it's sizzling and orange with heat.
So I think in slow motion, the hammer is coming at me and like it's giving off heat shimmer.
Yeah.
And Malo like this moves back out of the way, and he feels the heat on his face turns red a bit, like by the burn by the like the shimmer coming off it, and it misses him but strikes that banister, the edge of the stairwell there, and puts a huge crack in it.
Yeah.
And Malo almost falls down the stairs but catches himself.
Nice. All right, so the final one is on Gwen. Gwen, your AC is a 5 right now, you said?
Yep.
That laugh says it all, doesn't it? Yep.
I rolled a 3, so it misses. It swings at you, but you've finally been able to get some distance. When it hits the ground, again, sparks and what do you call it? Red flecks fly up everywhere. The hammer brink comes up again. It is ready to strike you next round. Now, Missile Amar.
So I'm going to target that guy right there in front of me, and let's see what happens.
So here's what happens. I'm sure we're all around, well, I mean, not so much Arlen, but we're all around the same age. You remember those ray guns you would get as a kid? That little plastic handle?
Yeah. And the sparks come up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember when it was out of batteries?
Mm.
Yeah.
This does not appear to be functioning.
That's good.
Okay. Then it is move, which I think is just Kane.
So can I get through this this line of...
You cannot.
So can I... You can't. Can't step through.
You can fight, like the one that is next to Gwen, you could hit it from here.
The one... Is that the one with that low health bar?
Yeah, this one right here.
Because I can't see nothing.
So the one with the low health bar you can't get to.
There's one right here, and you can hit it from right there.
Yep.
Okay.
So I just step in and shank that one.
All right. I think there's nothing else.
At it.
If anyone has any move they want, let's let Kane make his attack, and then if anyone else has a move they want to do on the second phase, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and make your attack roll, Kane. You have 2 attacks this round.
Okay. Where's my sheet gone again? Oh, there it is. Great. Boom. And boom.
And That one.
Oh, for God.
That one. Are you kidding me?
Twice.
Fucking hell.
God, that's crazy.
Is it worth it to?
We had someone roll last night in our 5e game. Someone rolled with advantage and got 2 ones.
Oh my
What
gosh.
is that shit?
Yeah. All right,
Is it
so
worth it to re-roll?
you know what the fluids that were spraying out of that one have gone on the ground, so it throws you off and you swing, and fortunately you don't hit Gwen. But now you can, yeah. How many points? You got 3 points of Astonishing Fortune left.
Well, I mean, I don't want to use up any life support.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
3 people with less than 6 hit points.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that one down to experience. We'll have another go. We'll have another go.
I know what doesn't work now.
Nice.
Maybe like because it's so it's a reflection of how humiliating it is. You swing it in and like its hammer batters your first strike aside, and you swing around a second time and it knocks it aside as well too. Sparks flying out, and you're just all right.
It's really pissing me off.
Okay. The next up is I guess that's everybody. So guys, we're on to round 5, and George, I think you won.
I
You
won.
rolled 6 last time. Okay,
Yeah.
then everyone declare what you're doing. Okay.
Kev, what happens if you withdraw and you're still within threatened space?
You get +2 to your AC.
Okay. And is that go on move or on melee?
That goes on move. I think. Oh wait, with withdrawal, we said you could do it on either.
Yeah, that's what we said. Exactly.
Is there an L on withdrawal?
Yes.
Is it withdraw or
There's
withdrawal?
an AL withdrawal.
Yeah. Fighting withdrawal.
You can do this. Both would work, wouldn't it? Because you can withdraw,
Yeah.
or you can perform a withdrawal.
He's gonna go to the bank. I gotta hit an ATM, guys. I'll be right back.
Withdrawal myself. Where's my needle?
Or you could retire, or you could retreat, or you could pull back.
Oh no.
George, would you kindly beat my 4?
All right, here we go. Come on. Tied.
Exciting. All right. Then first up is melee with our heroes. So, Kane, Amar, Reagan, Zaniko, Malo.
And can I withdraw as part of the melee?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to move.
Okay.
And it's 30%? So 10?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's nice of Gwen to draw the ire of 2 robots. Sorry, robototons. That seems an appropriately unnecessarily complicated description of... Doesn't the term robot suffice?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Roboticonicon.
Exactly. All right, so who's attacking, guys? You guys have... we got a whole bunch of people. You guys...
I'll make an attack. Here we go.
Let those swords fly. All right.
one,
Malo. Boom! Yep, that same spot. That serpent blade of yours digs in deep and cuts through. All right. Remember, you can move half your movement after your action as well, too. Who would like to go next?
That's true.
So I will advance into the space cleared and try to smack the one on Amar.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nope.
That's all right.
You're learning, though. 15 is lower than the 16 I think you rolled last time.
I rolled a 14 last time, so I'm actually getting worse.
Oh, God.
I miss on both.
So I think that, like, Amar, just by instinct, you're trying to go for pressure points on this thing, thinking it's a living, and thank God you toughened your fists and feet, because it strikes these things and it has no give to it. That is Amar. Reagan. You know, it's like when you hit a like a metal pole with an aluminum bat. You can feel that all the way up to your shoulders. Yeah. And then I think it's Kane.
Yep.
Can he redeem himself? Yes, he can. So that's 30. Okay, very nice. Let me just replace it with a health bar here. Boom. Solid hit.
Ooh, nice dent in the bodywork there.
Yeah, it staggers back. So it blocks twice, and you just and break through its defenses, hitting on it. Then it is their turn. I have two of them attacking. One on Kane now. Kane, what's your AC? Yeah, I should just roll.
Oh, free,
unless
we
some
said,
minus, yeah, unless it's like a -6, then you're hit. Kane, you take 11 points of damage, regular damage, and 1 point of fire.
Oh, that is too much damage for Kane.
Okay, so you can spend that Astonishing Fortune. What does it look like as Kane narrowly avoids falling to this thing?
I reckon he just plain and simple ducks. He sort of in fact, no, he sees Reagan dart behind him, and he kind of like goes to see what she's doing, and that sort of saves the day. And this creature just once again hits that rail or whatever, that corner of that wall.
Absolutely.
And sparks fly.
Okay, and then Amar. This thing is going to focus on trying to take that thing out of your hand again. My result starts with a 2.
And ends with a 2.
And it does end with a 2. So it misses. Swings over you've
nice.
Learned this time, and you keep that gun at a distance. Whoa, shit. Then it is... does anyone have magic? No one else has got anything... Okay, so I guess the only other thing that's of interest happening is going to be moving on the second phase, if anyone has it.
I do, but there's nowhere specifically I need to go.
Okay. Guys, we're on to round 6 then. George, you are still in charge of initiative. Everyone decide what you're doing with your round.
And I'm just kept. Can I stand on this guy who's dead here?
You can't. Let me send him to the back. Let me just take him off there for now.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you could choose to do is you could choose to get a penalty from him by like kind of using him as a cover and whatnot. It basically would be up to -2 to both your attacks and the attacks that are on you.
Sure, I will do that.
Okay. Then it is, everyone decide what you're doing with your round. Let me roll here. Okay. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that, guys. Jeepers. George, beat my 3.
Come on. Yes.
No.
Nice. All right, guys. Favored round. Let's go to Pound Town here. Go ahead, and anybody who wants to make their attacks, go right ahead. I know who everyone's attacking.
Right. He's going to be, different by 2 when I make them.
Zaniko, you're going to need to do some replacement on those obsidian tips by the end of this. Holy hell, Malo.
That's gone.
Yep.
Nice.
Malo, you know the weakened segment in this too, so you go for the exact same point. One hit, you spin it around, and second one brings it down. Gwen is redeeming herself here. So that is 1 hit. The second one is not, but the first one...
Reagan.
Soften it up for Kane.
Yeah, Reagan still, she can't feel her hands at this point, having this...
Yeah, she's addicted to that sense, so she's going for it.
Good
Nice,
one.
Colin.
Holy shit, Kane.
Nice.
So you actually knock it off its feet with an upswing. It hits the ground.
I've still got an attack left. I've got nothing to hit, have I?
You have some allies. I mean,
Nah.
that's what you call a target-rich
rough.
environment.
Zaniko's got lots of hit points. He could probably withstand one, maybe.
Yeah. Take your feathered serpent and go. Now, what do you call it? What do you guys wish to do next?
Should we just look around at this place before we
need to make sure
decide there's no threats?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any noise from the vent? There's it's hard to hear over the sound of these forges.
Oh, okay.
This sounds like You know how like blast furnaces sound in films, where it just drowns out the everything. That's what this whole room is. Is just 3 massive forges. It's hot as hell in here too. Even for Zanico, like this is very, very warm. And let's see what is in here.
Yeah, like I'd like to know what they were forging, if anything, or what the purpose of this room is.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's what these couch-looking things are, is the actual forges.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they actually seem to be working on like these forges. When you actually get a chance to take a closer look at them, it is not just an open like like coals and heat coming out. There's electricity. There's some strange particles that seem to be drifting over the interior of the forges as well too. And what they seem to be working on, it looks like at first glance you think, oh, this is armor they're constructing. But on closer inspection and comparison to the adversaries you just faced, they seem to be assembling them here.
Should we try? Yeah. Should we try and shut it down?
Yeah.
Stepping back.
I mean, is there even a means to do that, or is it just that the fires have to go out?
On the sides of each of the forges, there is a similar panel to what you've seen in outside of some of the doors on the apparatus in the basement that had the big pipes coming out of it.
I guess we'll at least take a little closer examination of them, see if there's any writing or something like that.
Let's let Malo check this out.
Okay, so there are some markings on there, but the context of it for you, Malo, is not great. What I'm going to do is I was going to have you operate it. I was going to make you. It's totally. If you're picturing Kirby Crackle coming out of their will, that's absolutely what's going on.
Yeah, that's totally in my mind.
Yep. All the. I saw you wearing the Eternals shirt the other day, and that is absolute that Kirby-esque Mayan technology stuff. That's totally what this looks like. So what I was going to do is, Malo, have you make basically make an intelligence feat with 2 dice taking the worst, but because you've studied the markings on this and you're using your knowledge of the Atlantean language, I'll let you roll 1d6 and basically an intelligence feat.
Okay, so a 16 gives me what, a
16's like a 4 or higher?
4?
I think it's 4 or higher, yeah.
Okay.
Or 4 or less, sorry, 4 or less, not higher.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So you hit this stuff, and then one of them... The roaring from it goes down, the lights kind of go out, the particles seem to dissipate, and the electricity playing across it dies down. Another?
Yeah, I'm happy to do the other ones unless somebody else wants to do one.
Since you've done it once now, I'll let you roll 2d6 and take the better of the 2. So the chance of failure is fairly low here. But there is still a chance.
First 6. Okay, and I made it. And then the last one, I'll move over to the last one.
Okay.
Just made it.
So the ambient heat level seems to be slowly dissipating out of here. It's still like hot as hell, but the noise level has gone back down to a manageable roar now.
Kev, are there any cartridges or energy packs for the hammers that these guys were wielding?
There are, for these hammers, I think that you could get 1 out of each of them. And
Are these hammers better than my hammer? Are they good hammers?
Are you asking me, or are you asking the group?
I'm sort of asking.
Guys?
I'm sort. This is like a little Kirby thought bubble or whatever. Coming up. Boop, 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 boop. I wonder.
Yes, he's got a tortured look in his face, and he's looking up. Am I truly the hammerer any longer? Choke!
If I see Kane kind of examining one of the hammers, I will move over to him and sense magic on the hammer, just to see if it has any magical qualities.
There is no magical quality to it, but what you can see is that even on the ground, they're still like burning away and leaving a scorch mark on the ground. But if similar to how you've been operating those other hammers, if you hit a little mechanism on it or a button, or a switch or something, it then stops and slow. Like it's still quite hot, but it'll start cooling down.
So these are fire? Because the ones we got on the first level were electricity. They did 2d6 electricity with a charge.
Yep.
Yeah, these are.
Yep.
That's cool.
These are fire. It activates with a charge. It doesn't require you to spend a charge to discharge it, but it only does 1d4 fire on a hit. So otherwise, you treat it like a maul, like the others. So I think it's 2d6 damage, and it's got I can't remember what the weapon length is on it, but let me check one thing here.
Shoddy hammer.
Yeah. It's a much longer. So it is Kirby, drawn by Kirby, but it's a Stan Lee written thing, so your speech bubble goes on and on and on. No, I am truly the hammerer. Okay, 1 second here. I'm trying to find how many charges are in the pack for the ray gun.
I think it's 20 maximum. Let me look real quick.
Yeah. Or okay. Well,
20. It is 20. So why don't you, there were 6, I think, robots in total, or robotatons, or as Colin said, robotomatons. So,
I think that's the official name.
why don't you give me 6d20 roll, please? Somebody.
Nice.
Let's see how many charges
I
are
think
left.
the person who wants them should roll it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with George on that.
I don't want to take the blame.
Who
Dave,
wants
do you
to-
want them?
Anyway,
Yeah, I'll do it.
okay,
60-20?
6d20, please. And that'll tell us how many charges are in each individual pack.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, there you go. So one didn't even get a chance to get it active. That's probably the one that you took out that you froze right at the beginning there, Amar.
Right.
So yeah, 20, 11. So and you can take those packs out. They are interchangeable with the ray gun as well.
Cool.
Now,
I think that's one thing.
speaking of the ray gun, so yeah, that hit. There's no obvious damage to the outside, but maybe there's something that shook loose in it.
I guess the first thing Amar, just conceptually, the first thing he would like to do is to switch out a cartridge, because I know I've got a couple others.
Yeah. This
And
is changing the
just,
batteries. I'm gonna take it out and turn it around, put it back.
Put a different one in, you know.
Switch it off and on again.
Yeah.
Switch it off and on again.
See if it at least still turns on, I guess, basically.
So
see if he can.
Yeah, you switch it out. That doesn't fix it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Call IT.
Is there a manufacturer on the
They
side?
can come and switch it off and on again.
Is your ray gun still under warranty? Atlantean
Through to the
Atlantasoft
call center.
provides
And
a 200-year.
Ensure all the connections are. Can you make sure the plug is firmly placed in the back of the gun?
Are you using only an authorized Atlantasoft charges with your Atlantasoft ray gun?
What was it?
Would you? Let's see here. Now, is anyone wearing the what do you call it? That vest that you guys found downstairs? Because I think you guys did discover what that actually does.
I can't remember wearing it. I remember discovering it. I know I had a hand with it. But I don't know
I'm
if
wearing it, and I haven't used it today because I was thinking about trying to get something to deal with the carvings downstairs or something like that, but we didn't
That's
actually
right.
go through with that plan.
Okay. So Zanico has this that work whatever vest thing on. You recall that you guys have identified it. So if you think about a specific kind of task, you can have all the tools that would be required for it appearing in the pouches of that vest.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what I could think of that would be useful and that also I would have a sense of.
So the advantage with Zanico is while your people are not one that meddles with Sky People technology, you're probably the one with the most exposure to it and the best frame of reference to it. So I'll leave it to you, Arlen. Do you think that, like, would Zanico have at least some passing familiarity with people screwing around with this stuff? Would he have been exposed to one of those tribes that does, you know, instead of the like Mayan or whatever, like Mesoamerican face paint, they've got stuff drawn as circuitry and stuff on them?
He's probably had a little bit of exposure. I think maybe they took a captive one time and Zanico was able to sort of talk to him about that sort of stuff. But that was enough to kind of scare him away, aside from...
So what I'd let you do is, if you do want to give it a try yourself, I'll let you make... same thing as what Malo did. We'll make an intelligence test.
Yep.
Maybe the two guys with all the hit points can go off in the corner to start fiddling with the ray gun. No, I'm going to...
Because it isn't like the failure for it didn't actually hit, like, it didn't squarely hit the thing. It may have locked something loose, and it may just be a matter of kind of like, you know, hitting it on the side, as it were.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'll go over to Amar, and I'm trying to summon up like the feeling or the sense of like I wouldn't have the term gunsmith because we don't use guns, but like an armorer or a weapons forger. Yep. And then I will see what it gives me.
Okay.
I say, let's get to work.
Fucking
I have a
awesome.
12 intelligence, so I think that's good enough.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So you take a quick look. Turns out like it was a relatively minor thing. If you've got something in mind that you think that fixes it, either Will or Arlen, I'll defer to you. But
I would think like maybe an alignment crystal of some sort.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind immediately. There's a crystal to align the beam.
Yep. So you push it along, and then you take and I think, you know, trigger discipline. You've taken the charge out, you know, of it. You don't keep one charge in the chamber. And one ooh for the chamber. You take it out. I'll realign the crystals, put the charge back in, and there's just a familiar hum for when it's active.
Probably got like a little screw for calibration. You just twist it a couple of... You tweak it a little bit and it recalibrates just in case it takes any hard knocks in service.
Yeah. So that is, your old faithful seems to be back. You have, surely you've given this thing a name at this point.
Ooh.
Are you taking, what are you taking for, who's taking what for those charges? You can take the 20 pack there, Will?
I have a couple of other already. I mean, if you want to hold on to them, I could take one of the 20s if you want the others. What have I got? Let me go look at my character sheet. I've got
one of those electric hammers too, so...
Yeah, I've got 2 additional 20 charge max right now.
Nice.
Is anyone taking any of these things? The hammers?
Oh.
No.
No, they don't impress me.
These are lesser hammers. Unworthy of the hammer.
I'm looking at what weapons I can actually use without taking a big penalty. Is the maul one of the ash weapons, or is it a separate thing?
Let's see here.
I think we figured out there's no maul in ash specifically, and we used the stats for something else.
Yeah, is there a great hammer in...
There's a war hammer.
I got a great... I think
so war hammer is the little, like...
And then there's a great hammer as a separate thing. Yes. Okay, so I cannot use great hammers, so I'm not taking a big hammer.
What level are you?
I'm not proficient in great hammers, but I am proficient in passable hammers.
I'm level 5.
Fear the might of my adequate hammer.
Weapons.
When do you get a new skill?
Unless you're a fighter subclass or a fighter, you don't get more special stuff with weapons. You're stuck with what you can use.
No, that's not true. You do get to pick new.
Yeah, that's not true.
Yeah, as you gain levels, you get to select new weapons to be proficient with.
Yep.
It's only it's only the non fighters
It's
who
only
do
like
that.
magic that fighters can touch.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I have one from. Oh yeah, I can't get weapon mastery, but I can do a new weapon skill. Okay, so I would have gotten one at 4th, which if I saved it, I could use that for great hammers to be able to save my precious obsidian blades on my MacLeod.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Sounds good.
It really fits with. I can't remember who said it, but that this should really be astonishing hammersman, and.
When hands you one of the hammers, she holds out one of the hammers from downstairs. It does 2d6 electricity with a charge.
So it blows. The risk reward between the two is that every hit with the electricity hammer takes a charge, whereas this one, a charge activates the hammer and it will remain active for a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then it does 1d4 extra fire damage with each hit. So if you want something that's going to last longer in a longer fight, or if you want something that's going to hit harder.
Well, if Amar's not taking the 20 charge cartridge, then I could slot that one into one of the electricity hammers, right? And
Like battery
have it be
tools, man.
full charge at least.
So the electricity hammer that she's carrying right now has got a 19 charge cartridge in her.
Oh, well then we can just carry one of the extra charges for when one of the electricity hammers goes down.
Well, there's
I'm
6
holding
of
out for a circular saw and a router.
I'll just delete this off my sheet.
Okay.
Just 1d8 damage and 2d6 electricity on a charge. Oh, shut up.
The 8.
Oh, I know what I want. I want an angle grinder. That would be cool. An angle grinder, man.
Yeah.
We could mess this place up.
We had.
With hammers and angle grinders. Woohoo!
I love it, the idea of this turning in. Like, we're just going to turn this tower into like a dad workshop instead.
Shoot, yeah, we got the furnaces, yo.
Well, the funniest we played.
Cut it up and sell it for scrap.
We played Traveler for one of our gaming marathons, and like everyone else was taking, like guns and whatever else and this, and one player was spending an awful lot of time with the I can't remember the catalog is called, something, whatever the like gear book is for it.
The famous one.
Yeah, and so then we get to we get playing in the game, and then we find like everyone has their downtime day, and he spends his day, and what it was is he picked out every bit of like entertainment stuff to be able to on their ship set up a man cave.
That's
It's
great.
got like a pool table and
Yeah.
air hockey.
Everyone else is exploring this planet. It was mysterious disappearance. And there's a strange, cult on the other side of the thing, and he's just like, "Okay, time to set up my sound system." So, just perfect role playing for that character.
That's great.
Oh my gosh! All right,
Home
so
cinema.
yeah, exactly, guys. The Tridio screen is up. I got a bitchin' little fridge over here. It's gonna be great. Okay, so then, guys, I think that will, with you guys collecting your stuff and catching your breath, the crates over here, they are just supplies, more raw materials, it seems, for crafting these things. Yeah.
Is any of this metal that they use? Is it metal, or is it like, not that I would know, but
It's metal, but it feels wrong to you. Feels unfamiliar. It's not steel. It's not raw iron. There's just
some alloy, some weird alloy.
Yeah, some unusual alloy that you're not familiar with. I think if you have been exposed to any of, even like a Mars ray gun, it seems to be made of a material or a metal that you're just unfamiliar with.
I'm just gonna snag a bit of nicer stuff that looks like it might be workable for experimentation in future arrowhead designs.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. In those boxes, you'll find smaller ingots. Based on the forges here, like it may be an unusual, like an unusual temperature you would need to actually work the metal. right? So, yeah, but otherwise, I think that will bring us to the end of our first session of the new year and first session of the third year of this campaign. So let's award some XP here, guys.
Sweet.
Okay.
Plastic steel.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Yeah. I guess that would just melt, though, wouldn't it, in a forge or something?
Who knows what strange characteristics this Atlantean metal has?
Yeah, like I said, I was thinking something that's looks heavy but is super light.
Like titanium.
Yeah, or if you've ever been, one of my favorite things, if you ever go to a restaurant and they have what appears to be a glass mug, but it's actually made out of plastic. You know that feeling you get when you pick it up and you're like, oh, this is glass, it's heavy, and oh, it's super light. That's what
So it throws you off.
This is not the same thing, but the I may have told you guys this story before, but when the first firm I worked for, when I was in law school, we went to they have these, every firm has these like mixer things that come and you get hammered on their booze and you go and, meet the people and stuff like that. And I went to this is when I was in, I think, first year, and I went there and we drank lots of their booze, and we're getting near the end of the evening. We're just kind of grabbing food as we're getting ready to go. And I got what I thought was a cheese ball or a meatball, and I bit into it, and my reaction was, it's an eyeball! Because it was a cheese-wrapped grape. And I was expecting a very, very different texture, and as soon as I bit into it, like, oh!
It could have been worse. Could have been a testicle.
It really could have been. Prairie oysters. Okay. So let's see. We got this actually worked out pretty easily. We got no NPCs that have to share in the XP. Everyone has the 10% XP bonus, I think. How many points of Astonishing Fortune are left?
2.
2 points. Okay. So
Go.
Every little bit helps here, guys.
That's right.
Times 1.1 divided by 6 of you. Guys, you were each today walking away with 1,118 XP. That's 1118. Excellent. All right. Then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us today for our 40. I think I may have misnumbered this. I thought we were on 49, but it's 49 or 48 of the Astonishing.
Yeah, I have 48.
Oh, is it 48? Okay, then I was just getting ahead of myself. So this is welcome. Thank you for joining us for session 48 of our ongoing campaign, Reavers of Thule. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can find a link in the description of the video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, and you are more than welcome to join us over there. We have channels dedicated to this campaign, this game. That's correct, Gwen. Yeah. This campaign, as well as a ton of other things. Every other campaign we run on the channel. There's a channel looking for finding a group, so if you're looking for people to play with, there's opportunities through that. Game discussion, and my favorite channel, of course, is the Dungeon Dogs channel, where we share pictures of our pets. We saw an awesome husky on there this morning. So you are more than welcome. Lots of great people, lots of great conversation, and you are welcome to join us over there. In addition, you can find me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can find me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. And if you enjoyed the session and don't want to miss any future ones, be sure to click on subscribe and hit the bell icon. And you can also find every Sunday night I post the schedule for the coming week to the community tab of the Dungeon Musings channel, also on the Dungeon Musings Discord server and on Twitter. So lots of ways to keep track of the game and to see when our heroes will be returning. Last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to the players. We all managed to make it today, except for Carl. Carl, we miss you. I managed to wake up. It's always a plus.
No mean feat.
No mean feat, indeed. So, Robert, Arlen, George, Colin, Will and Dave, thank you so much, guys. Welcome to 2021, and I hope this year, Arlen, let's hope that Zanico continues on for a couple more months before you decide to play a new character.
I'm gonna play next character. I'm gonna be a cataphract, but I'm gonna be a cataphract who rides a Utah Raptor instead of a horse.
Nice.
Hey, they're cool characters. They're cool characters. I had a go at one of them for a little while, didn't I?
Cataphract. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, they are pretty awesome.
They are cool.
Awesome. So then, for those listening at home, once again, thank you so much for joining us. If you are joining us during the current crisis, we do hope that this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. I know at the start of we were talking at the beginning of the new year, and there is definitely, if you're listening at the time of recording, there is definitely light at the end of this tunnel. It feels like it's going to be a much longer tunnel than what we kind of thought it was going to be. So we hope that this finds you well. We hope that we gave you a couple of hours to turn your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes continue to get up to in this. Look at how low everyone's hit points are. Holy smokes. Remember what it was like to have full hit points, guys? Holy. Boy, oh boy.
Nope.
No.
I was thinking, what are full hit points? I don't know.
Oh my goodness, yeah, one good fire... What am I talking about? Fireball. One good magic missile would take a couple of you guys out. Jeez.
Strong breeze.
Yeah, really. Did someone leave a draft? Is a window open? Oh.
Shut the door!
So then, we will be back with these adventures in 2 weeks' time. Until then, please stay safe, stay healthy. And until then, happy gaming.